see the hallway's all historical. And we'll go in every room so you can check it out. But the shop is divided in, I would say, like 3 to 4 different departments. We have CNC, we have our build department, we have the finish department, and then we have the setup department. But everything starts in the wood room.
Okay.
These are all the team that helped build the guitars. And so you'll notice that they're all...
Oh, thank you guys. Big time. I'm a big fan, honestly. So.
Everyone specialized in a certain part of the build. And we'll go through each bench as we leave the pedal.
Beautiful.
Are you doing lighting right now?
I'm putting a top. So I'm just marking out the brace positions and then I'll route out the sides for the top.
Jacob does bending and assembly here. And he has experience in the neck department, so he used to work with this as well. These are our vendors here. And then come on over.
What are you up to?
I'm getting rid of my, so I have some blue blurbs in here. I'm just going back and just finishing up before I give it over to Jacob.
This is Forrest here who does all our tops. He's putting the rosette in on this one. Get staged here for different stages of bind. You know, Tara is doing a bind right now. You want to take?
Yeah. Right where the action's at. Hey, how's it going?
Welcome in. I'm about to start the second part of a glue up.
How long have you been doing the bindings?
I've been in binding for about 5 months now.
All right.
Yeah. It's definitely fun. It's for sure a labor of love. It's a lot of small details and a lot of patience. Like what I'm doing right now is a standard bind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this is just the most kind of basic thing we offer with Ivoroid and then the zipper back strip. But we can get into more complicated binds, whether it's a cutaway or doing wood binding. So yeah, you just kind of, you build the skill set, you get in the repetitions, and you work your way up.
Machine up the neck fixture, about to take it into the machine room to do some sanding, and she's ready to start to finish. It's taped up to seal this off from any moisture that comes along with the actual finishing. But, you know, the goal for the neck fits is to have a secure, nice fit in here, make sure it's all lined up correctly on this axis, but also on this axis. Also a fit that'll just sit nicely in here. It's not too strong. Like you don't want to have to
jam it in there. It needs to be a snug fit.
And it doesn't. You don't want it to rock or wiggle around at all as well. It's something like it'll fit in nicely, but it's not jammed. This is the product right before I sand it and then attach it to here. It's already been fitted to a guitar, so a lot of the time before we glue our fingerboard on, we'll have it in these clamps here. Once I finish fitting everything to the guitar, I'll glue this on and then finally glue this together. And when that process is done, it'll be this. And I just sand all the edges, make it look pretty, and then double check that it's fit properly before I send it over to those guys.
Of course, yeah.
Wyatt is the last stage of the guitar in this department. And so once Wyatt's done with the guitar, it goes into the finished department. So
That's the next step?
Yeah. This is our acclimation room.
Okay.
So after it leaves finish, or I should say, it goes in there for curing. So depending on where it's at in the process, finished department.
So we're curing all our guitars. They last about 5 days or so before they're ready to actually just come on out, get rubbed and buffed, and sent off to setup.
So So after this, they get buffed.
Yeah,
That's when they get the shine on.
exactly.
What's the drawings? What's the painting? Is that?
So the drawings are just showing us, little areas we need to touch up as we're like going along the entire process, and just for our rubber buff guys to just keep a lookout for whenever he's actually like doing the final process of buffing.
That one right there is where we do the actual coating
Okay.
in that room, but you can come in here because this is where a lot of the magic happens. I think this one just got sealer. So as you'll see, like this is kind of just the beginning of the finished process. I believe they added sealer to this one.
So this is the sealer,
Mhm.
just to fill up the pores, etc.
We do have pore fill as well. We do
Okay.
utilize pore fill. That's our buffing room. So that's that guitar's getting the final buff. And this, we always joke, you never want to tap on the window, and you never want to knock on the door when someone's buffing a guitar, because it will go flying out of their hands. That's Joey. Joey is very talented. He has a background in assembly, bending as well. He's an amazing repair luthier. He does setups, repairs, refrets. He knows how to operate the plec. Joey's like a phenomenal, yeah.
He takes pride in his buffing.
Absolutely. So it's the finish. It's like, is it sealer then pore fill?
So we get the raw boxes in, and then we'll seal them, and then the next day we do a pore fill, and then we clean the pore fill up, and then seal it again. So it's kind of like a sandwich.
How long does this process usually take, roughly?
Let's see. So we got sealer, pore fill, sealer, and then so about 7 days total, I would say.
CNC Department. That's Michael right there. He runs our CNC. Michael will do pretty much all the parts here. The necks, the bridges when needed, the overlays, any tooling, I guess, too now, So he's helping out with making tools. And
Okay,
this
making
is,
tools, yeah.
this is the CNC that he used. And well, actually both of these right here.
I'm making notes right now. So basically the height of the tool just gets set down at the table here. This program's going to run for about an hour and a half. But, it's nice having the two of the machines. I can go back and forth and kind of have two different things running at once.
How long does it take to set it up, roughly?
Maybe about a half hour or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is our setup department. This is Darren, and that's Joey. Darren actually went to the Roberto Venn School of Luthery, so he's one of the alumni that helped spec this guitar, and he did the glue up, and he's doing the setup. Darren does all the repairs that come in, so if someone comes and they want a neck reset, Joey does as well when they give them back to me. Joey and Darren, they'll do neck resets, refrets, crack repairs. They'll do actually everything, refinishing guitars, retopping guitars, which involves the production team, but it starts here. And they are masters of the plec.
We finish the neck and the box separate, and then when they're all polished up and ready to go, we bring them in here. We already fit them very accurately in the back, but we finish them separately, so we get them in here and then we fit them again to make up the difference that the lacquer has added, some small differences. But then we just are setting the pitch to the bridge and making sure the fit and the shoulders is perfect and everything, and lining up the bridge and the center and top, all that. And then gluing up at the same time. So then we'll glue it up, let it sit overnight. It's a real combination of handwork and machinery, and we really believe in taking a lot of the work out of just the repetitive stuff that doesn't take any sort of creativity or artistry.
Yeah, exactly.
But you need consistency.
It's production, yeah.
It needs to be consistent. So.
Yeah, and you can't beat a machine when it comes to those things. Yeah.
If he's done with glue up, what happens
Yeah,
there?
it sits overnight glued up, and then we unclamp it the next morning, and then we start the setup process, which is installing the tuners, fitting the bridge pins, and making the saddle and the nut, and installing the frets and everything. So And before the frets go in, we plane fingerboard on the pleck, so we can shape the fingerboard first, and then sand it lightly, and then put the frets in, and then put it back in the pleck. And the pleck cuts the fret tops and levels them and crowns them here. So, and then set the action at the nut, at the saddle, fine tune, and polish the frets, get everything fine tuned, and then repolish up the finish, make sure there's no scratches or anything. Last quality control, one of the last quality controls. Put it in the case, and it's ready to ship.
It's the worst part.
But
Yeah,
there
it
is
can be.
there is a second set of eyes on it, which
Oh, yeah.
typically will be BB, because BB can see a speckle from 2 million miles away, and BB has. You have somebody use that guy.
Hawk's eye.
Yeah, has Hawk's eye. That's our Hawkeye right there.
Is it those glasses?
These help.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know those.
And
So what's this station? Which
This is blew up.
this is the glue up. Okay.
Yeah.
But it does go back to BB for what we call re-QC or quality control again. It's really just quality control. We have very weird vernacular in this place. And then once BB okays it, or whoever does in most cases it will be BB, but once they give it the okay, then it goes to its next home. Or that, if we have a chance to photograph it, we'll photograph it, do postings of it if possible. But, aside from that, really the guitar is getting ready and prep for shipping. And that goes into its new home.
That's how you make a Santa Cruz guitar.
That's how you make a Santa Cruz guitar.